Hi guys, I'm cloning my SSD to a new SSD simply because I have a lot of beach balling. At the moment there's a Sata III OCZ 120GB SSD in there. While it's fantastically fast, really quick at starting up my Mac and opening up applications, I get a bit of a problem, which other people have as well, where it's because I think the MacBook, this is the late 2011, early 2012 model. It doesn't fully support a Sata III, which is annoying, so I do get a lot of beach balling with that SSD. So what I've done is I've bought this. This is a Sata II SSD, this is from OCZ as well, it's 120GB. So exactly the same, just Sata II as opposed to Sata III. And what I'm going to be doing is transferring this SSD into here and taking this SSD that's already in here out, and I'll be using that in my custom built gaming PC. So I've already cloned the two SSDs, so my operating system and everything is on this. I've cloned the SSD to this one, so it's just now a simple swap. To clone them I use this. This is a USB to SATA connection. That's pretty much it. Click it into there and then plug it into USB and you can use it as an external drive. And that's how I cloned it. Cloned it using disk utility. So I'm now going to pop that to a side and take my MacBook cover off, the bottom off, and get inside the MacBook so I can take the SSD out. So I've unscrewed the screws on the back. If I take off the back cover like that, pop that to one side. Right, the next step is to remove these two screws here, which take out this bracket which holds in the current SSD. You'll notice also that I have taken out my optical drive, my original 500GB hard drive that came with the MacBook Pro that used to be here is now in this caddy here. The hard drive has all my data on it, my documents, and the SSD has the operating system and my apps. So I'll remove these screws now. You don't have to remove them all the way, just enough so that this bar comes out. Pop that to one side. Ground myself, I'm a bit paranoid. This tab here, just pull up on it carefully and pull out the SSD or hard drive. Now this band here, this ribbon, is connected here to the SATA connections. So you just want to carefully pull that out. Will take a little bit of kind of pulling. Once we remove the old SSD, which took a little bit of pulling on that, I'm not too sure why. I think there was more space in the hard drive so I could get my fingers behind it. The next thing you want to do is to take these off here. Each corner, I put these on, these came off the original hard drive. These are little notches to keep it inside these brackets. Now I don't have the correct screwdriver for this, so I just use a pair of pliers and just lightly apply some pressure and turn them and they come undone. Just loosen them all. Okay, so I've taken the SSD out. This is the Sata III here, the one that causes the beach balling. This is the Sata II. This is the one I'll be putting in. This one I'm going to put in my gaming computer. And just a quick comparison, exactly the same size, obviously 2.5 inch. Same layout overall. Just literally a different sticker and obviously different speeds. 120GB each. Same company, OCZ. This one is the Agility 3, which is the Sata III SSD, and this is Vertex 2, which is the Sata II. So I'll be putting this one into my MacBook. So I'll pop that to one side. The next step is to take these little metal feet, or as they were, stoppers, and install them onto the new SSD, so I'll do that right now. Okay, once that's done, you can see the metal studs on either side. We're going to take this, this is the old SSD, and remove this plastic sticky tab, which just sticks on the side. And you're going to want to put it on this side here, lining up the SATA ports with this SATA connection and just stick it on there, and that enables you to easily remove the drive if you need to next time for some reason. Next job is to connect the drive back up to the SATA connection like that. Make sure that's securely in. Now very carefully slot the drive into its rubber feet. Drop that one in there. Make sure it's nicely in. Bring back this bar we took out before and pop that back on the same way we took it out. Get your screwdriver and simply screw the screws back in. So what I've done is I've swapped the SSD around, put it back in, stuck the tab on, screw this bar back in, and that's it. The next job is to pop the back on, give it a quick dust, quick blow, and all the vents, and install that the correct way, like so. That should just drop on. Now the MacBook Pro, if I bring it back in a bit, has 3 long screws like this. Now these go at the back, if I can remember which way, there, there, and there, and the rest of them are the small, very small screws. So I'll do that right now. Once all screwed in, we can flip the laptop back round, open up the screen and power on.